Hey everyone, it's Hayes, and it's Miraculous Monday, so it's time for another screaming session.
Hi!
And this week, as voted for by you, we will be looking at Chameleon, and I've been looking forward to doing this episode for a while now. So let's kick things off with me suppressing the urge to punch Lila Rossi. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it when she's in an episode and actually does something, unlike in Qilin where she just sits there, because when she does something, she's often really great for getting Adrian and Marinette to talk to each other, like in this episode. But she also really infuriates me. And you know who else infuriates me in this episode? Surprisingly, Adrian for a bit. He knows Lila is lying. We find out later that he definitely knows Lila is lying about all of this. But when Marinette is complaining about having to move seats, oh my god, look at his face when everyone turns to Marinette and gasps. The look on his face, he's like, how dare you desecrate the name of the House of Rossi? You will pay with your life. Like, why does he look at her like this? I don't know, maybe it's an animation error, that's what I'm hoping for. Like, the instruction was to have them all look the same at Marinette, including Adrian, even though he knows Lila is like, I don't know. I like him in the rest of the episode though. I like how he's quite calm in this episode, knows Lila is lying, but he's just trying to stay neutral, you know. He doesn't believe her, but he doesn't call her out on it like Marinette does. He's just trying to help them. Bless his little cotton socks. I love how in this episode though, like I said, he doesn't really do anything about Lila, but later on in this season in Ladybug, when Lila targets Marinette, he's like, okay, you can lie to me, you can lie to my dad, you can lie to the whole city, but the moment you get Marinette Dupencheng thrown out of school, you are dead to me. Do you know how good of a friend she is?
She's just a friend.
Adrian could care less about what Lila does to him, but as soon as it affects Marinette, death awaits.
You're dead to me.
Like, Lila full-on starts stroking him and Adrian's like, this is fine. Like, oh my god, Lila, stop! So Marinette almost gets akumatized and Hawk Daddy's like, that's fine, I'll just stay and wait. Like, mate, do you not have other things to do? Like, oh, I don't know. An entire fashion brand to run? Is that why you wear 2010 red emo pants? Because you're too busy terrorising children to dress yourself properly? So Marinette throws a napkin at Lila, and once we've seen the sheer stupidity of the entire class, Lila pops down to the bathroom to see Marinette and delivers arguably the best line of the show.
I can sense that you don't like me.
Oh, never. You don't think, Lila? Wow, amazing perceptive abilities. You'll work out she's Ladybug next. She then backs Marinette into the wall, like, for God's sake, everyone in the show has personal space issues. They have zero idea what the appropriate distance is to talk to someone at. It's either so close that the other person can look up their nostrils, or they don't talk at all. There is no in between. I know most of that wasn't Love Square related, but I just needed to get that all out. So now for our first proper Love Square moment, and it's actually a Ladrian moment. It's like a rare Pokemon. Marinette almost gets akumatized but resists it and transforms to go and catch it, but the moment she sees Adrian, she just goes... Fabulously handled, Marinette. Well done, top tier Ladrian content, which to be fair was very much needed because seeing Nino without his hat haunts me to this day. Like, later on, Ali is like, you look fine without it. She's lying to you, Nino. You look awful without it on. Anyway, so then Lila / Adrian leans in to kiss Marinette. Do I have to count this as part of the Love Square? I know it looks like Adrian, but it's still technically Lila. And I'm sorry, I don't ship this. Not a fan of Lila and Marinette. No, thank you. Thankfully, the real Adrian wakes up and transforms and only just saves Ladybug in time and then falls asleep again. He spends most of this episode asleep, I'm sure, actually. Look at that leg, though. Even in his sleep and natural model, we love it. Okay, so now the reason why I love this episode, and it's because of the whole sequence at the end between Adrian and Marinette, which is caused by Lila, hence why I like it when she's in the show, because whatever she does often gets them to talk. And Adrian at moments like this are my absolute favourite. Usually when Lila is around as well, Marinette stutters a lot less, so they manage to have a full-on conversation, which is surprising in of itself, but I love it, and they head up to class, and Marinette goes to her new seat, and I love this part too. So she's just minding her own business, staring out of the window, like most main characters usually do, and Adrian looks at her like this. It's not as good as the way he looks at her in the Guiltrip boiler room scene, but oh boy, it's good. And then he decides to sit next to her. Somebody save me, look at the size difference between them, I'm gonna die. Like, this boy loves her and you cannot convince me otherwise. No way. Like, after Marinette moves and Lila sits with him instead, look at Adrian's face. He's like, someone get me out of here or I am going to sue.
Emma's gonna sue!
So let's take a look at the fan art for this week. The first piece is from Malik, who has drawn Marinette using the Ladybug and the Wolf Miraculous, and it's actually for a fanfiction of theirs that they've written, which I will link down below on Wattpad. Of course, it's a Miraculous fanfiction, but I will leave it linked down below for you. The next piece of fan art is less of a fan art, more of like a craft, I guess, and it's from Ada, who has made the Miracle Box, and oh my gosh, it looks absolutely amazing. I have absolutely zero clue how you would even go about making it, but oh my gosh, doesn't it look amazing, besties? And then the final three pieces of fan art this week are from Natharts. The first one is with Ladybug using the Tiger Miraculous, and then we have a piece of Lila fusing together the Fox and the Snake Miraculous, and they both look absolutely amazing, especially Marinette with the Tiger Miraculous. She looks stunning, but when does Marinette not look stunning? She always is. And then finally from Natharts we have a transformation sequence for Ivan with the Ox Miraculous. It looks so good, and who knows when we'll actually get a transformation sequence for Ivan with the Ox Miraculous. Maybe never. There will be a poll up tomorrow so you can vote for the next Screaming session. However, there will be no Screaming session next week because next week we will be doing the meme review again. So the Screaming session will be the week afterwards. What was your favourite Love Square moment from Chameleon, besties? I'll see you in the next one.